Hello, tribe. Welcome back. How are you today? So, are you in an era where you have a mountain of questions and there is just no wise grandma, no cool uncle to sit you down and put you at ease? Then this one is for you. For the next 10 or so minutes, I am going to tell you about the moment I realized I already had the answer. I just wasn't ready to trust it. Let's get into it. So, I am a planner, was a planner, still kind of am, honestly. So, if I needed to drive into a city tomorrow, I'd pull up Google Maps today, check all the routes, figure out parking. Is it front entry, rear entry? How much does it cost? Are there any alternatives? I'd had my bag packed the night before. I'd wake up 2 hours early and leave the house about 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes ahead of time. Okay, that was me. But the person I married was almost completely opposite. Very chill, very, we'll get there, babe. He didn't mind driving around looking for a free parking spot, so we didn't have to pay $5. $5. Hit back, sure, but not meticulously. Forgot the toothbrush? Just use your finger. You can imagine after two babies what happened to my anxiety levels. I used to love going out. Then after the babies, I hated it. I wanted peace and quiet. I didn't feel safe out there. And of course, I didn't sit with the why. I just kept asking myself, why don't I want to go out? Why is it so hard? I can't just stay inside forever. People around me gave good advice. Get outside, walk, get some sunlight. And look, that's not bad advice. Okay, that is genuinely good advice. But would it help me? No, absolutely not. Because the question I kept asking myself was, why don't I want to go out? Am I just lazy? And the answer, the real answer, had nothing to do with laziness. I was exhausted, completely depleted. After two babies, my nervous system was permanently on alert. Every trip out of the house meant planning, packing, managing, anticipating. My mummy brain was running at full capacity just to keep everyone safe and accounted for. There was no rest in going out. There was more work. What I actually needed wasn't sunlight and fresh air, to be honest. I needed to feel safe again. I needed rest. I needed in, not out. You can see that now, right? Crystal clear. But when I was in the middle of it, I had no clarity. I was confused, anxious, sleep deprived, angry, and exhausted. I couldn't see any of it. So, what can we learn from that? The questions fogging your mind right now, they are not questions because nobody has the answer. They are question marks. big ones, because you can only get the answer once you've lived it. Does that make sense? Some things need to be felt, not told. And here is what I've come to believe. And this is the whole episode, really, so stay with me. Most of the time, you already know. You know. You just don't trust it yet. Recently, I had to make a big decision about my life. I'm not going to tell you all about what it was, but I will tell you what it felt like. I spent weeks going over it, talking to people, collecting opinions, making the decision, unmaking it, and the whole time in my bones, in my soul, I knew. I already knew. But I kept telling myself, it can't be this simple. It cannot be this simple. Nothing in my life has ever been simple. So I must be missing something. I was so scared of being wrong that I wouldn't let myself be right. And then one night I was so exhausted, I was so tired, kids were asleep, the house was quiet. I sat down with a notebook and I just wrote the decision, every fear, every counter argument, every what if. I filled the pages. And when I finally stopped and looked at it, looked at what I'd written, it was already there, the answer, sitting in my own handwriting. No, I hadn't figured it out that night. No, no. I'd finally gotten quiet enough to see what I already knew. Now, I am not going to tell you to go meditate or journal every morning or build some perfect routine. That's not what it is. What I am saying is simpler and honestly a bit uncomfortable. The noise, the endless opinions, the second guessing, the checking, the rechecking, a lot of that is just us running from what we already feel. And the moment we stop running, even for 10 minutes, even at 11 p.m. with a cheap notebook, it gets clearer. Not because the answer arrived miraculously, because we finally let ourselves see it. Last thing before I let you go, let's talk about gratitude. Everyone talks about gratitude, and I get it. There is a real value in it. But here is what I think somebody misses when they say about the whole gratitude thing. Forcing gratitude when you are crumbling is just another way of avoiding what you actually feel. That is what I believe. When our mind is full of questions, the hard ones, the ones that won't leave, and someone say, just be grateful, don't complain. That's not the answer. That's a bypass. The question don't go away because you performed positivity over the top of them. They just go underground and they get louder. Trust me when I say this. They get louder. What actually helped me so far is the opposite of that. Sit with the anger, sit with the fear, let the sadness be sad. Not forever, but long enough to actually feel it. Because underneath that feeling, 9 times out of 10, is the very thing you've been trying to find. For a long time, I flinched away from all of it. My anger, my fear, my sadness. I thought feeling it meant losing control. But what I was actually doing was keeping myself stuck. You already know, but you can't hear it when you're busy pretending you're fine. So don't fake it. Please don't fake it. Don't force it. Feel it and then listen. You can do it because you are one courageous soul. That is it for today, tribe. Keep going, courageous soul. You already know more than you think you do. I will see you in the next one. And if this one sat with you, please like, share, subscribe. It helps more than you know. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.